We have exciting things to talk about today.
Top long, square and shoot, bingo.
I think we probably should mention Katie Torlin every time we sit down and talk.
Pass to Torlin, great pass, Katie underneath to the open Whitsett.
Your league is all that you said it was going to be at the top.
The ball away, Wheat intercepts, solo back the other way.
Coach, your team is playing games and playing lots of games.
Knocked loose, Katie gets it back, gun it out to Zoller, good with the 3-ball.
Like every team in our conference.
Way too many good teams in this conference. One of the best leagues in Division II.
It is by far one of the best leagues in Division II.
Dribbling back up floor, 1-on-2 to the goal, got fouled, count of it goes, she got fouled. Into traffic, here's Long leading the break. Down the middle, goes all the way to the goal and score the ball.
Hi everybody, this is Darrell Lonnie with head men's basketball coach Craig Stanger, and it's a good day and a good week at Western Oregon in men's basketball. Two very, very exciting games last week. Craig, your team went up to St. Martin's, won in overtime, and then Saturday beat a very good Central Washington team. Let's start with St. Martin's in what was quite a game, back and forth that winds up in overtime. Talk about it.
Well, it was just that. Yeah, Coop's team is always very well prepped. They're a good executing team. They've struggled in the win column a little bit recently, but they're a solid basketball team. We knew that playing them on the road would be a difficult task. Ball bounced the right way a couple of times, and we had some guys that stepped up and made plays and got some things accomplished down the stretch that was very key for that victory.
Terrence Glenn was big at the end of this game.
He was. You know, Terrence is a good athlete, aggressive, and especially when down the stretch when people are maybe a little tentative, they don't want to foul, those types of things, he comes up big because he's going to go hard, and was able to get to the rim a couple times and also get a key rebound.
Rico Miles has a great game in this particular game.
He did, and you know, we're a little short-handed with some injuries and some other issues, and that provides an opportunity for some other guys to step up. And Rico's been pretty consistent for us all year long, but in light of some absence of some post presence, and with Colton Nelson struggling a little bit, Rico did a very nice job. Kept us in the game in the first half, in fact, with his scoring and with his defense and his rebounding, and continued that also in the second half. But he's an aggressive player that does some really good things for us.
And let's mention the fact that he is the GNAC Men's Player of the Week, which has been announced. So that's nice, nice thing for him, nice honor for him, and certainly for your team. He's been rebounding all year very well. His numbers are very good. He's third in the league in rebounding. I assume you kind of wanted more scoring out of him going into this last weekend, and then obviously you got great scoring out of him in this game. Well,
we feel we've got a good group of guys that can score. And so any given night someone's maybe going to step up and have a little bit more than somebody else. You know, I think the game against Central Washington was a good example. We had 5 or maybe 6 guys in double figures. That can happen, yes, for our team. But no, Rico's done a very nice job. He's very physical. He's a little undersized, but with his athleticism and his physicality, he does a very nice job of just having that knack of knowing where the ball is going to be and using his body to position himself to get the rebound.
Central Washington, great game. You're down 5 with 2 minutes or less than 2 minutes to go. You have a possession late in the game, and we're talking about on our video stream telecast at the time, this is a very important possession. We need a basket here and so forth and so on. Blair Whedon delivers the basket. He hits a 3, gets you back within 2, and eventually you win the game. Great finish by your team.
It was, and I don't know, maybe we need to write that script all the time. The guys seem to be doing a nice job of winning the close games, and that's a credit to their confidence and their never give up attitude. And we had a chance to fold. You know, we'd been leading pretty much the entire game, and then Central did a nice job of coming back and then taking the lead. And for a lot of teams, especially younger teams, that can kind of deflate them and feel like, oh well, I guess it's just not going to happen. But these guys don't play that way, and they play with great intensity and great focus, and that's a credit to their attitudes, and it worked out. Blair did hit some great shots, found an opportunity to exploit Central Washington and knock the shot down.
We mentioned just briefly Terrence Glenn, good game at St. Martin's, 5 crucial points in that game for you, and another good game here against Central Washington.
Yes. Again, similar style, aggressive to the hole. Attacks when he misses his own shot. He's really good at putting the ball back in, and just his defensive athleticism too helps. He's a very versatile player for us. We play him a little bit on the perimeter, we play him a little bit inside, and that's a nice combination for us to have.
Seattle Pacific, Montana State Billings coming up. Start with Seattle Pacific. Very nice team, well coached, fundamentally sound. I was very impressed when they played you down here. They're a tough team, and I guess that, you know, that's related by the fact that we look at the standings and they're right there at the top.
Well, they are, and then you could say they're a tough team to just about every team in our conference. That's a credit to how good our league is. But they are at the top right now. They execute well. They do a very nice job of exploiting your weaknesses and recognizing them and attacking you in those areas. Felt we played very well against them here. They snuck out of here with that 2-point win,
Yeah.
so we're looking to get a little revenge. We're playing well right now, and that's a hostile environment to play in up there. It's a great atmosphere, and so hopefully people will tune in and watch it on the video stream. But I feel good about our team's efforts, and hope we can go in there and play with confidence and see how it shakes out.
Back home on Saturday, Montana State Billings. Tell us about their team, Craig.
Billings we've not yet faced, but they are very athletic, and they've got 2 really good guards, and a very solid post presence in the right kid, who is both strong as well as can attack from a face-up position. So they're very good. They're very good, and been playing pretty well as of late. So, and it's always a challenge to play over there in Billings. They too have a nice environment, nice crowd, great participation, and so it'll be a good college game atmosphere over there. We'll have to play equally well. We'll have to play well together, and when we do that, we're tough to beat, and I think pretty fun to watch, because we have several guys that can just step up at any time and contribute. You know, if we had just Whedon or just Glenn or just Miles, you know, teams could focus on those particular guys.
Sure.
But where we have numerous guys that can step up, that really helps in our offensive efficiency.
This is kind of stretch time, excuse me, stretch time now, isn't it? If this league could somehow get 4 into the playoffs, and we've talked a little bit about this, there's a lot of teams in the hunt in your league for that 4th spot, isn't there?
Absolutely, and fortunately with this past weekend and the trip to Alaska, we're one of those. There are 4 of us that are all either tied for 4th or within a half game of each other.
Right. Yeah.
And so the next couple weeks will really sort out and put somebody in a driver's seat, and we've got 1 at home and 1 on the road, and if we can take care of that, we'll be in the driver's seat. Seattle
Pacific on the road Thursday, and then back home Montana State Billings here on Saturday night at 7 p.m. Head coach Craig Stanger, this is Darrell Lonnie.